What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Gaming Channel. I'm AJ Gels. Guys, how's it going? I know I've been out of touch for the past couple days. I haven't really been uploading. I ended up getting sick a couple days ago. I mean, I think it's been obvious it was coming. I've been coughing a lot. My last The Evil Within video, I was, excuse me, losing my voice. But I had to go to the doctor. You know, I spent the last couple days in bed, fever and everything. But I'm doing better now. I'm back at my usual setup inside my apartment. So I'm starting school. Well, I guess it would be today because I'm doing this super late at night. But I really wanted to get the weekly show done, and I feel bad that I'm, first one of the year, and I'm already doing it late. But what's it gonna be? It is what it is. And as you can really see, we're only doing one article, but that's because I only found one article of real note this week. Everything else was just stuff off a Nintendo Direct and some announcements and stuff that I'll actually be covering in a video either tomorrow or Wednesday, just in its own little thing, just because I didn't think that, I didn't, A, feel like sitting here and talking forever about that, and B, I think this is the only thing of real substance. So we'll hop into this, and I'll save all the rest of the crap for the end of the video. So let's see here. The only article we have for today comes by way of IGN. Man responsible for swatting death charged with involuntary manslaughter. Such you may see, like I said, IGN. Now, I'm sure we're all people of the internet. We're all millennials, whatever. We should all know what swatting is. Swatting is when you call the police, you call in a fake hostage situation, you call in something that gets a SWAT team to show up at another person's house, and then basically SWAT arrests them. I think it's a complete waste of resources. It's a horrible thing to do, and in this case ended up in an innocent person's death. And the person actually who was killed in this incident, because I remember, I think the actual event happened 2 weeks ago. The person who was killed by police wasn't even involved in the dispute. But let's get into the article here. The article reads: Tyler Barris stands accused of placing a call leading to the death of an innocent man at the hands of police. Barris has been formally charged with involuntary manslaughter for his part in the death. If convicted, Barris could face a maximum sentence of 34 months. I did the math. It's a little under 3 years behind bars with maximum fines of $300,000. Now, I think that's kind of low for a maximum for what he did, but I'll get into that stuff. Actually, once we finish the article, it's a fairly short article, and then I'll just kind of go off on my own thing. Barris called police in Wichita, Kansas to report a hostage situation. The reality was nothing close to the report, with the incident allegedly stemming from an online argument over a Call of Duty match. The SWAT team arrived on scene and shot Andrew Finch. It's not up to prosecutors to show Barris' actions led to the death and therefore the charge of involuntary. Jeez, I'm stumbling on my words here. It's now up to prosecutors to show Barris' actions led to the death and therefore the charge of involuntary manslaughter. There we go. According to Rolling Stone, Barris is also on the hook for a swatting incident in Canada where no one was injured. Swatting has long been a problem with online communities. In 2014, 60 law enforcement officers descended on the Long Beach, New York home of a then 17-year-old. Police were responding to a false call where the caller told the police he had killed his mother and could kill more people. Now, like I said, I remember when this event first happened. Barris was in an online argument with, I can't remember his name off the top of my head right now, but in an argument with somebody else on Call of Duty, as most of us do. He basically was, asking him where he lives. He's going to come and fight him or whatever. So the guy gives him a address that, as far as I can tell, the guy who gave Barris the address, he gave him just an address of just off the top of his head. Turned out as a real address. This guy called in the SWAT call, and then the person who actually lived at the address ended up dying. Now, I think involuntary manslaughter I think he's lucky he's getting involuntary manslaughter and not, I'm not sure you could charge him with murder, but, even involuntary manslaughter seems low. I'd say manslaughter straight up. Maybe I'm misunderstanding legal precedent here, but it just seems like this is a horrible situation. This is a horrible thing that's been going on in online communities, swatting and all that. It's a ridiculous thing. It bugs me, my view on politics and everything. We already have so much waste in the government and all just bureaucratic bullcrap that this wastes even more resources and everything on fake calls spanning over a video game incident. Now, don't get me wrong, I take my video games seriously. Do what I do, throw things at your TV and at your walls like an adult. Don't call the police to fuck with people. And again, because shit like this could happen. Excuse me. A lot of people have been questioning whether or not the other person who gave Barris the fake address is liable in any way, shape, or form. I think there's a discussion to be had about that. I mean, yes, he could have given him a, 1, 2, 3, 4, go fuck yourself lane or something like that. But is it fair to say that he is responsible for giving what he thought to be a fake address? Or, like I said, as far as I'm concerned, the other guy, it's one of those, did he do anything legally wrong? No. Does that guy have to live with he somehow contributed to this horrible situation? In my opinion, yes. I think the person who gave Barris who gave him the fake address has to live with that. But on the same token, I don't think he did anything that is legally prosecutable. Now, again, if I'm incorrect, if you have more knowledge of this kind of stuff, please share that with me. But from where I stand, I think what he did was just one of those things that, like I said, he should have given him an obviously fake address and not a address that he thought was fake that could just as easily be a real address. So, some liability, but again, I wouldn't say anything legal. The guy, Barris, the guy who called the police, 100%. This is, I put almost... I'll put 99.999% of the blame on this guy and 0.00 something of the blame on the guy who gave the fake address. Just because, like I said, if he wouldn't have given him it's one of those things that if you wouldn't have given him the address, this guy wouldn't have called the cops that led to the death. But he gave him a fake address. This guy, even then, it's on this guy to not call the cops over a Call of Duty incident. So I put way more of the blame on this guy than on the other person. So if anybody else who has any full understanding of this incident or has any opinions, please go in the comments below and tell me what you think. Always happy to hear about it. It's just this is my opinion, and like I said, this was about the only story that I found of note this week. I mean, there was a big I'm trying to think what to call it. There was a big Nintendo Direct. There we go. Or maybe it was a minor Nintendo Direct. Either way, we got a bunch of stuff. I like Darkest Dungeon coming to the Switch, new Mario Tennis, The World Ends With You, a bunch of stuff coming to the Nintendo Switch. Like I said in that other video, I will talk about all of those, and all that. My voice is already starting to get scratchy. I'm sorry. So, like I said, this was a kind of a fast to the point video. It was up late, but next week, again, I'll try and be on Saturday, noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, like I always try. I'm going to really try and get back on that, and so we can kick this year off right. Tons of games still playing for this year. Just pretty much 2018, same plan as 2017. Keep trying to grab subscribers, keep just playing games, having fun, talking with you guys. If you ever want to suggest articles to me, you ever want to talk to me, ever want to do any of that stuff, you can do that in the comments, or get a hold of me directly through DM, or just tweet or message whatever at me on Facebook, Twitter, the website, minds.com. Links, all that stuff is in the description below. Like I keep saying, comment, interactions with the videos really help me get stuff suggested to other people and help me expand the channel. So that's comments and likes. And if you're not already and enjoy this video or any of the other content I do, please subscribe to the channel. Help me grow, help all that stuff. Thank you for watching. First one of 2018 done. Hope you all are already having a great year. And I'll see you next time. But until then, I'm AJ Gills, the CM Third Gaming Channel. I'm out.